Hey guys, so two new Pokemon games were shown today, and this first screenshot here is from a game called Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus as they called it. And to me, it looks pretty interesting because this looks like a mainline style Pokemon game with very different mechanics. Now, ever since playing the original Pokemon, we've all dreamt of having like this big open world Pokemon game where you can catch your Pokemon, like you can actually like control yourself catching your Pokemon. And this is the closest we've gotten so far. Um, it looks like in this scene, you're able to catch the Shinx here as kind of like your starter Pokemon. So what I'm kind of thinking is that this is going to work for weaker Pokemon where you could just catch a weaker Pokemon with just Pokeballs. And then maybe later on, once you get like evolved forms and stuff like that, then you're gonna have to battle them. And so as we can see in the next screenshot, it looks like our protagonist here has captured the Shinx. So again, in this next screenshot, you can see it's actually a Chimchar. So this is a starter Pokemon. Like it looks to me like you're gonna be able to catch your starter Pokemon. Unlike in previous Pokemon games where the professor has to give you one and then you have to battle to catch a new one, it looks like you could just catch your starter. That may be assuming too much, but that's what it looks like to me. All right, in this next screenshot, we see some of the battle system, and this is a Lucario uppercutting a Staraptor. I believe it's a Staraptor. Um, it looked really cool, and it looked really actiony. Um, I was also thinking like the animations that they said that they were going to have for Sword and Shield. This is where we're seeing them come to life, where they have actual animations for actual attacks. Your Pokemon actually runs up to the other Pokemon and hits them. So this is looking really good. This next screenshot is it looks kind of new, but it also looks kind of old school. So it's like the old Pokemon games where you're kind of standing next to your Pokemon and you're attacking the other Pokemon. Look at how there's distance between the two Pokemon. It kind of looks a little, old school where it looks like that fighting screen. But at the same time, it also kind of looks like a game, if you think of like Final Fantasy 15, where it's like action oriented, but you're doing one thing and your partner is doing another thing, your teammate. And so this kind of looks like that. Unfortunately, in this next screenshot, I don't know if it's unfortunately, I don't want to judge too soon, but you can see the standard battle screen where you can pick the menu, you can pick the moves on a menu, and slash, false swipe. These look like standard Pokemon moves. You see your Pokemon's HP on the left and the enemy on the right. So again, this looks like they're trying to keep it old school because they want to please a certain audience. And I am thinking they might actually do like a turn-based combat system, but they might also kind of give you the option to say, you know what, Gallade, I want you to just keep doing slash. He's gonna automatically use up your PP. This is my speculation. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but you can see every time he does a slash, he'll just use up the PP on his own. I think it would be amazing if that happens. I don't want to hype you guys up too much, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it. This next screenshot stood out to me because these are 3 starters from 3 different regions, and I think that's really cool. So this game is called Arceus, and I'm guessing there's going to be other Pokemon Legends games, and they might mix up your choice of starters, or they might make like a Sword and a Shield, quote unquote, where one version gets a set of 3 and the other version gets a set of 3. But my point is that they're giving you the option to pick. Like, this isn't like a standard Pokemon game. They're going across generations and saying, hey, you know what, this is a fire type, this is a grass type, and this is a water type. You get to pick whichever one it is. It's not necessarily set to a certain generation. It's not considered a new generation. So it's just like, hey, have one of the 3 choices like we usually give you, but we're mixing it up a little bit. So I thought just seeing this part of the video was really refreshing, you know. In this next screenshot, again, this trailer seemed like it was very stylized. The game looks very stylized. These shaders look a little weird to me, if I'm being honest. But this game is very stylized. Even in the trailer, I noticed that the frame rate was a lot lower than if you watched the live stream. The live stream had like good frame rate. For this, for some reason, this was very stylized and the frame rate was low, and it looked kind of like claymation almost. And part of me thought it was like a level of detail. Like if something is further out, it has a lower frame rate. If it's closer, it has a higher frame rate. But I think it was just actually stylized. So I take that with a grain of salt. To me, this looks pretty good. Like, it looks workable. I know some people are going to complain about the trees and they look low quality and stuff like that. Those people need to calm down, because the gameplay is where it's at. And I think so far from what we've seen, the gameplay looks really good. Really, I don't want to say really good, but they're trying something new, and finally Pokemon is trying something new. So speaking of like low quality, I kind of saw this village, and part of me thinks that this is in early development, or that it's going to be very, in terms of like towns and stuff, it's going to feel very basic, because like when you see the screenshot in motion, and if you go into the live screen, you can see another perspective of it. For some reason, it just kind of looked low quality, which either means the game is in early development, or that it's going to be kind of like a budget title. I hope that's not the case, but that just kind of threw me off, and it just kind of felt weird. And again, I know people are going to complain, like, oh, Pokemon always has bad quality stuff. I'm not necessarily complaining about that. I'm just kind of pointing it out, like, hey, you know what? This could look better in the future, and they might go with something other than this stylized appearance here. So the other game that was announced today was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, and to me, this looks pretty cool. They clearly took inspiration from Link's Awakening remake, and I think the style fits the game really well. I personally don't really think I want to replay this. As much as I love Diamond and Pearl original, I don't feel like playing Pokemon again. I feel like I just played Sword and Shield. I didn't get through the DLC because it's just like more and more Pokemon. That's kind of why I'm more excited about the other game. And this last screenshot is just kind of more of seeing what the game is like. So, in my opinion, people were so upset at Sword and Shield for a lot of the game being pretty much the same as the previous games, and that's kind of why I'm not really too excited about the remakes here, as a lot of people seem to be. You know, it kind of feels like the Pokemon Company gave us two different options for what game we want. This is for the people that want the standard classic style gameplay, versus Pokemon Legends being the game for people who want like something new, something, you know, different, something a little bit improved on the mechanics. Maybe improved is the wrong word, but they're trying something creative, they're trying something different. It's not going to be as, you know, catch a Pokemon, raise it to level 100, go battle some people, go battle your friend. It's going to be a little bit different, where, you know, they might add some other system within, you know how they always add like IVs and whatever abilities and stuff like that. There's going to be like some other system. I can almost guarantee that, where you sort of do something to make your Pokemon stronger in some aspects, and other Pokemon stronger in other aspects. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for Pokemon Legends. And to me personally, I'm so happy to see Pokemon doing something different. Now, which game am I going to buy? I don't necessarily know. This game looks, again, the overworld and stuff looks really cool. I'm glad they went with that style. The battles look the same. So again, I'm not really super excited about replaying a game that I played however long ago that was. But for Pokemon Legends, I feel like even though I'm not really 100% certain that I want to play that game, I want to put my money towards it because I feel like that's me telling Pokemon, hey, this is what we want. We want something new. We want something creative. We want you to kind of improve Pokemon to be more of like a 3D game, more of a, next generation style of game. Like we're in a new generation, PS5 and Xbox, so we want to see different things from Pokemon. So I am hoping that a lot of people are thinking the same way and decide, hey, let's put our money towards Pokemon Legends to show Pokemon like, hey, this looks good. This is what we want. And again, I know a lot of people have already purchased your Nintendo Online Pass and your Pokemon Bank / Pokemon Home Pass. So I feel like Pokemon Legends is going to be the game that's going to give us our money's worth in terms of those kinds of service. Like, I would be so excited to see multiplayer in Pokemon Legends. It kind of looks like it will because you have a boy or a girl, right? So it kind of looks like you're going to be able to join at least 2 to 4 friends and just like catch Pokemon. Like, really, that's all we want to do. Like, raids are fun and everything, but I really just want to go exploring with my friends and catch Pokemon. I personally have not played Genshin Impact, but I know a lot of people are into that and playing together and stuff. So this game looks like it's trying to copy that sort of style. Obviously, it's trying to copy a little bit of Breath of the Wild, so there's some Zelda influence on both games here. So I think that's pretty cool. So overall, very pleasantly surprised by both of these games. I'm a little skeptical as to whether I'm going to buy either one or which one I'm going to buy, but I'm heavily leaning towards Legends. And I don't know if the game's going to be good. It's going to be the first style of this game, but I think they're trying to show us that further games are going to have improvements and are going to be better. So I think it's probably going to be a good choice. We have until 2022 for that game, so we shall see. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this, and thank you guys for watching. Leave any comments down below if you feel like sharing. Thank you guys.